So a decade ago, Rafa's Liverpool almost won the league, but couldn't. Jurgen's Liverpool take it to the final day, which is what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
We've been saying that, haven't we? We've been saying that.
Yeah, fantastic. And again, off the back of getting a bad result against Barcelona, although they played well, it was a bad result, clearly, to lose 3-0, to come back again and again and again and be pegged back twice and still win the game. They've got a lot of heart, haven't they, Liverpool?
Yeah, they have, and I think take out the quality of them going forward, take out Van Dijk and Alisson, the sheer tenacity of the team, the will to want to win, the will to want to win this trophy for the fans is all clear to see. Yeah, it probably wasn't a free kick.
Yeah, we'll do that in Ref Watch.
It probably wasn't a free kick, and we'll have a look at it closely. But Origi, again, off the bench to make an impact, whether he heads it in, whether he doesn't, we don't care. He makes an impact. He's a nuisance of himself, and Liverpool have made it very interesting again.
There's no surprise that, because we would have put that graphic up in Man United's heyday, and it wouldn't have been surprised. Dion, you played for them, and you knew playing against them. I knew watching it. There was every chance of Man United going to score in the last 5 minutes when they need a goal. And
but
again, Liverpool.
But again, Mark, it's an example of Liverpool not choking. So Liverpool can't use that terminology. Their fans can't use that terminology if Man City go on and win the league. No. And I think you're right, and Dion's absolutely spot on. If the league was won with heart and bottle, you hand it over to Liverpool straight away, because they've shown so much character. You know, the damaging result against Barca midweek must have hurt them, because you come away from that game probably having played it and watched it, and it was never a 3-0. No. Liverpool was sensational in every single way in the Nou Camp. Outran Barca, outmuscled them, outplayed them, had more possession, created more chances, and then Barca, you know, come away with a 3-0 win. And then you go, right, what's their mentality going to be like going into the Newcastle game? Are they going to be stable enough to go in against Newcastle at St James's Park? And a part of me thought at 2-2, when there was only minutes left on the clock, I thought, this is not happening. Mo Salah gets his head injury, so he now can't play under FA rules and protocol. That he has to rest now for 6 days, so he can't play against Barcelona.
Firmino's out at Barcelona as well.
So the test was, at St James's Park, how are Liverpool going to respond? They do it again, Mark.
They've got 9 points from goals in the last 10 minutes this season.
Wow. Origi got 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen one, haven't we? I think the Everton game, of course, where he scores that extraordinary goal after it comes off the crossbar.
It's unreal.
They simply cannot do any more.
They can't do any more.
They've got to win one more game. It may be enough. It may not be.
Can we stick some blue ribbons on one side and red on the other? Can we just do that?
You want that old dead heat? Like the horse racing, dead heat.
Dead heat. You have it for 6 months, we've had it for the rest. It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen, is it? It really not.
I said to you before we came on air, without thinking that I've taken leave of my senses, if I said to you that the 2 most important people in the Liverpool team are actually the fullbacks, their assists are extraordinary.
Yeah.
The quality of the delivery of both of them. Look how many assists they've got. More than, you know, Ozil's not on that list. Sterling's on it, which is terrific. But they are fullbacks, you know. Hazard and Eriksen, 2 of the best players.
Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
You know,
the quality of it.
I don't think I've ever seen, and I might be proved wrong, you know, we've had some tremendous sides in the Premier League, but I cannot remember 2 fullbacks playing for the same side having this amount of assists.
No, I agree.
Cannot remember it.
You know, the hardest thing to do in their position is consistently put quality into the box.
Yeah.
Consistently choose the right pass.
Yeah.
In order for your teammate to try and score a goal. And they do it left and right all the time. Sometimes, I've seen it a couple of times, I love it, sometimes they switch the ball to each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
They actually ping it across the pitch with a curl or laces. They are so in sync with each other. And if you watch, if one goes, they'll wait, Andy Robertson will wait, and he'll go, OK, yeah, now I'll go. And it's the same this side. He'll go and he'll go, OK, I'll wait, and now I can go. Because I know I'm secure at the back. The big man sorted that out. And then just like that, it's absolutely fantastic.
I love the fact in the modern game we've lost wingers, or we're losing wingers every single season that don't seem to exist. Not in a 4-4-2, and certainly not 2, not playing out wide. These 2 boys are like wingers.
Yeah.
Them assists, the numbers of them assists go back a decade ago. Wingers would have been happy with those assists.
Yeah.
And you watch the quality of it, because we've all watched enough football now, and even with the better teams, you think, right, what are they going to do, the right back or the left back in these areas? And a lot of the time you go, oh, hit the first defender, shanked it out of play.
That's great, because
these guys, they're just
great, Mark, because people like Dion thrive off that sort of service.
Yeah.
We've seen leagues change all around Europe, where now it's this different style of football where you get to a byline, no, I'm not putting it in there. I'll play a few more silky passes. Centre forwards, they're in, they're out, they're trying to make runs, they're trying to get away from you. With Liverpool, if you're a centre forward, if you're an attacking midfield player, you know it's left or it's right, it's coming in the ball.
It's getting telepathic now, isn't it, from your point of view as the centre forward? You know, if I get into that area, they will find me. Because
what you do now is, as a centre forward in the box here, you are making your run off of where the fullback is, because you know you can just time it nicely. And it's the same on that side as well. You just time it nicely. It's a young person's position.
No, it is.
It's a young person's position.
They'll sleep all summer, won't they?
They will. You know what?
Or keep running.
Or keep running to keep fit. But they'll do it all the time. It's a young person's intelligent footballer's position.
Don's just mentioned the Mo Salah injury there and the fact that he's ruled out of the Barcelona game because of the concussion. Jurgen Klopp has just spoken to the media about that a couple of hours ago. So there's no Salah, and obviously concussion's a very serious injury, so it has to be treated in accordance with that. There's no Firmino as well, and they're 3-0 down against the best player that's ever lived, arguably. That mountain's gone from there to there, hasn't it, really?
But I love the fact, and I say this really tongue-in-cheek, I love the fact that Jurgen Klopp really wants to play Salah.
He does.
And I bet if you asked Mo Salah, he'd want to play against Barcelona as well, but of course, unfortunately, rules are rules.
Well, but quite rightly so.
We have to, in my personal opinion, we have to take the decision away from the player. It's not up to you.
And the coach.
And away from the club.
Absolutely, it's not up to you. Leave it to the medical staff to say yes or no. Simple as that. And that's how it should be.
Because actually there is an argument, which is for another day, that football has not done enough about concussion in the way that both codes of rugby have done, and other sports like American football.
Well, ours is difficult because heading's part of the game. And I know there's contact in different sports. You know, you get different sorts of concussions. With our game, you know, a lot of the ball's in the air, you're fighting defenders, you're trying to...
And you might not figure this out, all the football lovers out there, but footballers aren't very sharp up here. So leave it to the medical staff,
I'll tell you,
to make the decisions, because we're going to say, we'll play, we'll play.
So who's going to... So I'm trying to work out, what is their team now up front? Is it Mane, Origi, Sturridge? Is it Mane, Origi, Shaqiri? You know what I mean?
He could pull something at the bag. He could play Mane through the middle.
Yes.
He could play...
Shaqiri one side.
And Sturridge.
I
think Sturridge will play.
If Lallana's fit, you know, Origi probably arguably deserves a start. What he's done this season deserves a start. And I think if you're trying to play the percentages, if you're Jurgen Klopp, and listen, it might come into it, it might not, I'm just sort of talking out loud, what are really the chances of you going through against Barcelona, 3-0 down, knowing there's every chance Barcelona are going to score 1 or 2. The chances are slim.
1 in 5, isn't it?
The chances are slim, so you go for it, you make the atmosphere loud, and as Anfield will be, and they'll try and hope for sort of an historical night in a noisy, boisterous atmosphere.
I've seen one of those before against Dortmund in the Europa League. Yeah, you and I were there. It came out of nowhere. It was incredible.
It was live commentary. Probably one of the best games I've ever commentated on. And then I had one this season where it was Atletico Madrid, Juventus, when Ronaldo scored 3. So those 2 games for a commentator were bucket list stuff.
I just think Jurgen Klopp will he'll wait up and say, how can I score as many goals as possible? I think he will play Origi. I think he will play Sturridge. And I think he will play Mane.
And then
manager's the big problem.
I don't think
he's a player.
Personnel is. He needs windows.
I mean, Arsenal theoretically could catch Tottenham, but clearly you can see Tottenham need to lose to
8 goals.
But
Mark, if you
so basically Tottenham have to lose 3-0 and Arsenal win 5-0 at
But Mark, you asked me at the start of the season, do I think Arsenal would finish in the top 4? And the honest answer is no, just because of where they're at, just because of the huge personnel that needs to change in the summer. You've got a brand new manager in, got to stay patient. You know, I don't think many pundits, analysts would have had Arsenal in the top 4.
I don't think anybody would have.
No, so 5th or 6th is about where you would have had Arsenal.
I think, like everything in football and in life, it's the order of it, isn't it? It's the fact that they've collapsed in the last 5. They've taken 4 points from 18. If that had happened sort of 3-4 months ago and they'd finished well, you'd have gone, it's about right. And of course it is about right, but it's the fact that with such a good chance to get in the top 4, they've just completely gone to pieces.
But Chelsea would have been 3rd, and that's what I said at the start of the season. When you're asking me, you go back to match day 1, you go, what's your prediction? And I go, Liverpool top, Man City 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, Tottenham 4th. It's not a shock that Manchester United and Arsenal are in 5th and 6th. It doesn't shock anyone.
It's just, you know, I said this in the green room before he came on air, but towards the end of your careers, there was a duopoly, Arsenal, Man United. Now that both of them have got massive rebuilding jobs, haven't they?
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to happen like that. I believe it, like Don says, I think it could be a couple of seasons.
If you're a fan, Dion,
before they even get anywhere near that, you know, the Premier League again.
If you're a fan, who have you got more optimism in, and who's going to try and get closer next season, Arsenal or Man United?
United.
Really?
Yeah, and that's without Man United.
So I'd lean towards Arsenal. I think Ollie's got a bigger job on.
I just think Man United. I think Man United's ambition will be bigger.
But as in, if you look at
they'll have more money.
Yeah.
That might be true. But if you look at how many problems Unai Emery's got to solve, maybe 3 or 4 tops. United, in my opinion, need a lot more than that.
Yeah, maybe. I think
United might have more money in which to solve those problems quicker.